Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you guys to Wisdom Wednesday. Well, listen, I hope you're having a great week so far. We're halfway through this week, so how about that? And for those of you who always turn it on, mwah, you know that I love you and I am so grateful for you. Now, for those of you that are new to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe and click that bell so that you can stay connected with me. Well, listen, I'm so glad you all decided to tap in, tune in, and turn it on today. And I want to welcome you to sing. Shonda inspires nations to grow. And you'll often hear me reference my family as my singers or my VSPs, Vibrational Singing People. So let's go ahead and tap on into it. Guys, I was thinking and studying. And just sometimes in our life, if we just take inventory on our lives, particularly, I'm going to talk about myself for a second. Everything is so, all over the place. I'm very, very busy. I find myself doing so much to where I barely have time sometimes to even breathe. It's almost like utter chaos. Not enough time to complete a task, not enough time to meet a deadline, or the deadline is upon me and all of a sudden I'm rushing to get done what needs to be done. Have to be a mom, have to be a good employee, have to be a good person in general. And sometimes it's out of sync and you find yourself out of alignment with God, out of alignment with vibration, and just out of sync with it all. And my daughter says, well, Mom, you need an assistant. You need someone to come in and kind of plan your day. How many of you feel that way? You may have some things going on in your life to where you're just out of sync. I'm like, well, I want a soulmate, but where do I have time for one? How? You're just out of sync. Some of you are wanting to get a goal accomplished, but for whatever reason, you can't seem to get it together. Some of you are trying to meet deadlines likewise. For some reason, you're not able to meet that deadline. You're not able to meet that obligation. You're not able to take the time out to pray and to meditate. You're just out of sync with time, So I wanted to talk today. And, I thought about this really deeply. And so I decided to make the message today under new management. Under new management. Peace is my governor and righteousness is my ruler. I'm under new management. A lot of us find ourselves in not only chaotic situations, but also sticky situations. Sticky situations on our jobs. Whenever there's mess, somehow your name is always in the mix. Sticky situations. Sticky situations when it comes to our relationships, whether it's with a significant other or friendships. But for whatever reason, it's chaotic, it's negative, it's drama, and your name is always in the middle of a sticky situation. The common denominator is you're in a sticky situation, sticky situations with, our, money. No matter how hard we try to attain it, we work 4 and 5 jobs, but we find ourselves always out of it though. Just a sticky situation. A sticky situation when it comes to finding time for a relationship with the divine God, a relationship with the source, with the creator. Just a sticky situation, and we often wonder why we're reckless. So I came to serve notice on your sticky situation today that you need a new manager. And oftentimes when we have a new manager, they kind of come in and just break everything apart that we are accustomed to. So if you're accustomed to a sticky situation to where you're always low on cash, where cash is your governor, lack of cash is your governor and poverty is your ruler. You're always in mess. Mess is your governor and gossip is your ruler. You're always in a relationship, hopping from person to person, where lust is your mess, and pure sexual immorality is your ruler. You're always in the situation where time is your governor and just losing it is your ruler. But I came here today to let you know that there is a chance for you to change. There is a new manager that's in town that wants to take your sticky situation and wipe it clean. Sticky situations and wiping them clean. When managers come in, wherever you're accustomed to, they come in and they just change it around and they introduce a new blueprint and a new way to live. So today I want to clarify what management is, because you know I want to. We're also going to talk about what is peace. And then I want to elaborate just a little bit about a couple of managements. I want to talk about the world's type of management, and I want to talk about God's type of management. So let's go ahead and let's talk about what management is, okay? You know, it's what management is. Management is a process of dealing with or controlling things or people. Process of dealing with or controlling things or people. The people in charge of running a company or an organization is often referenced as an administration, a direction, care, guidance, conduct, governing. If we look at peace, it's often referenced as freedom. Freedom from disturbance. Freedom from your disorder. Freedom from your drama. Freedom from your lack. Freedom from yourself. Freedom from your selfishness. Freedom from mess. Freedom. Quiet. Tranquility. Freedom from violence, calmness, restfulness, non-violence, just pure bliss, an agreement to end a war. Because some of us are at war within ourselves. And because we are at war within ourselves, it just triggers out into the atmosphere, into our environments, into our relationships. And we want to turn around and act as if it's someone else's fault. But baby, sweet honey, girlfriend, brother, man, every time you're the common denominator. The problem is you. But I'm here to serve notice that you need to be under this new management thing. Righteousness. What is righteousness? The quality of being morally right. Just a just person. Free from guilt, free from sin. Just in divine alignment with law. That's what righteousness is. So when you're under new management, and where peace is your governor and righteousness is your ruler, things begin to change. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by things begin to change? Well, first of all, people that were in your life, they ain't going to be in your life anymore. Because when there is a divine order and management that comes into your life to put it back on track again, things that you have been accustomed to, people that you've been accustomed to talking with and dealing with in situations will flee. Because if they are out of alignment with what is right, which is peace and righteousness, they will no longer be a part of your situation. So when I went over here and I started thinking about some scriptures, about it being Wisdom Wednesday, of course I know I have to give you some. You know, when you talk about, you know, someone that is out of sync, you know, with the will of God, that's out of sync with it, they just have a total different way that they deal with things. And if we look at Psalms 14, it says that a fool says in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. Their deeds are vile. There is no one who does good. The Lord looks down from heaven on the Son of Men to see if there are any who understand, any who seek him. All have turned aside. They have together become corrupt. There is no one who does good, not even one. Will evildoers never learn? Those who devour my people as men eat bread, and who do not call on the name of the Lord. Then he goes on to say that they are overwhelmed with dread, for God is present in the company of the righteous, though. And you evildoers frustrate the plans of the poor, but the Lord is their refuge. Evildoers, they never change. You have a spirit, you have a vibration in you. I'm talking to evildoers today. where you're going into people's lives, disrupting people's lives, but most importantly, disrupting your own life. The Bible says that you are a fool. And I come to serve notice on you fools today, to let you know that you may think that you are getting away with touching the lives and destroying the lives of God's appointed people, but you will not get away, because your day will come where you will be utterly destroyed. You will look up and wonder, why is all of my life just falling apart? And you'll be able to think back, because that's how good God is. But he still want to save you, though, to get you in order. It's no one else's fault that you keep repeating these patterns. There's no one else's fault that you keep devouring people. There's no one else's fault that you continue and consistently be out of alignment, thinking that sin is okay because of the way that the world is today. You know, we're living in a new time. This is what fools say. You know, nobody's doing that anymore. Yes, they are. People are living righteous. People are letting it rule them. Peace and righteousness rule them. Yes, they are. It ain't too late, because we that are awakened consciously, and us that are in alignment with the will of God, we know that there's nothing too hard for God and his people. And yes, it will take time to shift your mind into the righteous order of alignment and vibration with the Spirit of God. But it can be done, and you are a liar to convince even yourself of this foolish talk, that you can go about your life living like a fool and be blessed. Think about it. Then I want to go on over here to Isaiah, of course, 60, verses 15 through 20, and I'll paraphrase it. When you're a righteous person and God makes this peace your governor and righteousness your ruler, the first thing that you need to know is going to be a shift of momentum in your life for the better. It may not feel good, but the outcome is that it will be good. And what's the guarantee? Is that God promises to replace everything that you had with something better. Check it out. He knows that you've been forsaken and hated because of your decision to live according to his will. But what he promises you, that in the place of former things, you'll have better. Instead of bronze, you will have gold, and silver in the place of iron. Instead of wood, I will bring you bronze, and iron in the place of stone. I will make peace your governor and righteousness your ruler. No longer will violence be heard in your land, nor ruin or destruction within the borders, but you will call your walls salvations and your gates praise. He promises to replace every bit of uncertainty, every bit of doubt, every bit of just low vibration thoughts in your head with something that's going to govern you and protect you from these fools, these evil doers, evil people, because they are very, very present. And some of you know who they are. Stop entertaining them. Don't let them into your vibration. Stay focused on what God says for you. And he promises that he will replace everything, because when you're under new management, once the new blueprint and the new plan have been rolled out, all the former things that you had before will not compare to what God will replace them with in your future. So all you have to do is make a decision. Make a decision today to allow that new management to take place, to allow that shift in momentum to take place, to allow peace to be your governor, and to allow righteousness to be your ruler, because God is on your side and he considers you blessed and covered in his aura, in his order. And for those that live under the world's management, a great description outside of a fool that I would use for them is just God. The celebrity is their God. They do what they want to. They're selfish, they're wasteful, they're lustful, they're childish, and they struggle and very ignorant. They think that they can do what they want outside of the will of God and fall on their knees and ask for forgiveness and turn right back around and go straight to the vomit. And if you look at people, you'll see people around you like that. But my question, are you like that? I'm coming to serve notice. I come to serve notice to let you know. Expect resistance from those you know. They will judge you based on your past and not as you are now. Expect to lose some relationships. Everyone doesn't feel comfortable around you. your vibration, your alignment, your spirit, your happiness, your abundance, your vision, your hope, and your change for the best. They don't feel happy about that. They don't feel happy about that. Be alert. Be on guard. Be excited. Be ready. Because when new management and management in your life is changed, and peace is your governor, and righteousness is your ruler, then you invite a supernatural, or as some may say, the anointing, the residue of God will forever be present to enlighten you, to guide you, and literally take you somewhere that you've never expected. And what happens? You are exactly where you're supposed to be for God, our Creator, our source, to fulfill your purpose and your destiny. I love you guys. It's Wisdom Wednesday. Make some magic happen. You got this. See you next week. Bye now.